Put salt in this sacred place in your home, and you will unlock a flow of wealth like never before. This is not superstition, but a practice grounded in energy, vibration, and intention. Today, I will reveal exactly where and how to place salt so that it becomes a gateway, not just for money, but for harmony, clarity, and elevated consciousness. Salt has always been far more than a kitchen ingredient. It is one of the most ancient, universal tools of purification known to humanity. Civilizations from Egypt to India, from the Mediterranean to the Far East, have all used salt to ward off darkness, preserve life, and sanctify sacred spaces. Why? Because salt holds memory. It is a crystalline structure that absorbs, transforms, and radiates energy. It is a conductor between the physical and the unseen worlds. When you work with salt consciously, you are not just sprinkling a mineral. You are invoking one of Earth's most powerful energetic allies. You are aligning yourself with the deep memory of the planet, with the flow of oceans, with the alchemy of purification. And the results can be astonishing. I tested this ritual in my own life, and what followed was undeniable: doors opening, obstacles dissolving, an unshakable sense of flow. Pure magic. But here is the crucial part: if it worked for me, it can work for you. This is not about luck, nor is it about blind faith. It is about resonance. I do not rely on chance, I rely on alignment. The universe is vibration, and vibration responds to deliberate shifts in energy. When you change your vibration, you change your reality. That is why salt, when placed with intention in a specific spot, becomes more than matter, it becomes medicine for the soul. Now imagine this: you place salt in a sacred corner of your home, and suddenly the atmosphere changes. The room feels lighter, your mind feels clearer, and your body breathes easier. Why? Because your frequency has shifted. And your frequency is the silent magnet pulling everything, wealth, relationships, opportunities, into your life. Remember this truth: everything is vibration. Every object, every thought, every heartbeat is energy moving at a certain rhythm. Type it in the comments right now: everything is vibration. Let us affirm it together. Modern science now supports what ancient mystics always knew. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms hold protons, neutrons, and electrons. At their core, pure energy. Even your body, your home, and the money in your wallet are vibrating fields of light and energy. This is the secret: like attracts like. Similar vibrations gravitate toward each other. When you raise your vibration, you begin to resonate with wealth, peace, and joy. This is what modern science calls the law of resonance, and what spiritual seekers know as the law of attraction. So why salt? Because salt is the purifier, the transformer, the alchemist. It clears what is heavy, dissolves what is stagnant, and raises the field around you. Think of how you feel after spending a day by the ocean, refreshed, recharged, renewed. That is salt water cleansing your energy. If you don't live near the ocean, you can still harness the same effect. You can create the ocean's medicine right in your own home. This is where the ritual begins. And in the next part, I will show you how salt not only changes your vibration but connects you to an ancient lineage of abundance that has existed since the dawn of civilization. Salt is not just seasoning. It was once wealth itself. In the ancient world, salt was so precious that it was traded like gold. The word salary comes from salarium, wages once paid in salt. Imagine that: entire lives sustained, empires strengthened, soldiers rewarded, all through this crystalline gift of the earth. Salt was not just food, it was currency, preservation, and power. This memory still lingers within salt today. It carries the imprint of abundance. That is why, when we use it with intention, salt becomes a magnet for prosperity. It is as if we are calling upon the ancient contracts humanity once made with the earth: salt equals wealth, salt equals life. But its magic does not stop there. Salt is a great neutralizer of negative energy. stress, conflict, envy, and hidden shadows in your space, all of these dissolve under salt's purifying touch. When life feels heavy, when unseen burdens cling to you, salt becomes a spiritual cleanser. Even science gives us hints. Salt ions, especially in ocean air, help balance our nervous system, making us feel calmer and more alive. When tension builds up in the body, especially in the back, shoulders, or chest, I do not just sit with it. I take a handful of salt and gently sprinkle it across my back. Almost instantly, I feel a release. It is subtle but powerful. The weight begins to lift. Try it, just a little salt on your back, and notice the shift. Energy flows again, and you feel the quiet relief. There are also powerful ways to carry salt with you throughout the day. One of them is placing salt in your shoes. This may sound unusual, but it has deep meaning. Your feet are your foundation, they connect you to the earth. Every step you take leaves an energetic imprint on the world. By charging the soles of your feet with salt, you are not only protecting yourself but also aligning your whole body to walk in higher vibration. Here's how: sprinkle a pinch of salt inside your shoe, moving in a clockwise direction. The clockwise spiral represents expansion, growth, and the forward flow of life. As you walk, your every step resonates with purification and abundance. This simple act grounds you, shields you, and strengthens your path. But the true heart of this teaching is the sacred space where you will place salt in your home. That place is your bedroom. Not just a room, not just a place where you rest, but a temple. The bedroom is where your body heals, where your subconscious absorbs energy, and where dreams carry messages from the unseen world. If the energy in your bedroom is stagnant, heavy, or chaotic, it seeps into your sleep and your soul. But if the energy is pure, bright, and high in vibration, you wake up recharged, aligned, and ready to attract abundance. Think of your bedroom as a sacred chamber. Keep it tidy, remove clutter, and avoid open trash bins. Do not sleep with your feet pointing toward the door. In feng shui, this symbolizes the posture of death. And limit electronic devices, which disturb the subtle field of rest. Your sleep is your initiation every night. Protect it. Honor it. This is why the ritual begins in the bedroom. In the next part, I will show you exactly how to prepare and activate salt water, turning it into a living shield of light that cleanses your space and charges your subconscious while you sleep. Now we arrive at the ritual itself, simple, yet profoundly transformative. This is where salt becomes a vessel for intention, a mirror of your consciousness, and a magnet for wealth and protection. Here's how you begin: take a clear glass, one that shines with purity. Wash it carefully so that not even a trace of dust or cloudiness remains. Then fill it about 3/4 full with the freshest, cleanest water you can find. Remember, water is life. It is the element that carries memory and emotion. Just as stagnant water breeds disease, stagnant energy breeds misfortune. So choose water that feels alive, radiant, and beautiful. Now, add 3 heaping tablespoons of salt. 1, 2, 3. Each spoonful is not just mineral, it is intention. As the grains dissolve, imagine them breaking apart every block in your life, every hidden shadow clinging to your home. Stir gently, always clockwise, for 3 minutes. The clockwise spiral is the symbol of creation, of expansion, of divine unfolding. While you stir, speak aloud: this salt cleanses and purifies my life. Say it not as empty words, but as a declaration, a command to the universe. Speak it as though the salt hears you, because it does. Speak it as though the water remembers, because it does. Science has confirmed what mystics knew all along: water responds to energy, to words, to vibration. Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments showed that water crystals exposed to love, gratitude, and beautiful music formed perfect, harmonious patterns, while water exposed to hate, anger, or harsh words became chaotic and distorted. What does this mean? It means your words carry power. Your thoughts imprint reality. Your intention programs the very molecules around you. So as you stir, visualize your life becoming clear, your path becoming open, your heart becoming light. With each rotation of your hand, see abundance flowing in, negativity dissolving, protection rising around you like a shield of light. Once the water feels charged, place the glass in your bedroom. Not under the bed, for energy must circulate freely. Place it on your nightstand, your desk, or a small table near your sleeping space. This is important, because when your conscious mind rests, your subconscious continues to absorb energy. Whatever vibration fills your room while you sleep seeps directly into your soul. Now watch the water. If it turns cloudy or heavy looking, it means it has absorbed negative vibrations from your space. That is not a bad sign, it means the ritual is working. Simply flush the water down the toilet, cleanse the glass, and repeat the process with fresh salt and water. If the water remains clear, it means it is holding steady, gently protecting you. In that case, refresh it every 3 days to keep its energy alive. This ritual may seem simple, but its power lies in consistency. Night after night, the salt and water pull away hidden heaviness, creating a sanctuary of peace within your room. Over time, your body rests deeper, your dreams feel lighter, and your days flow with more ease. Abundance begins to gather not because of luck, but because your vibration has shifted. In the next part, we will explore the deeper mysteries behind why this ritual works, the unseen mechanics of energy, resonance, and the timeless truth that your bedroom can become a temple where wealth and destiny are reborn. Why does this ritual work? To understand it, we must go beyond the surface of salt and water and step into the deeper laws of energy. Everything in the universe, from galaxies to grains of sand, is vibration. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, even your financial reality are nothing but frequencies resonating at different speeds. When your vibration is low, you attract struggle, confusion, and scarcity. When your vibration is high, you attract clarity, opportunities, and prosperity. This is not philosophy alone, this is resonance. The law of resonance says that vibrations of similar frequency naturally pull each other together. A tuning fork struck in one corner of a room will cause another tuning fork of the same pitch to hum across the room. In the same way, your vibration hums across the field of life, calling to it everything that matches. Salt and water act as frequency regulators. Salt neutralizes disharmony, and water carries the imprint of harmony. Together, they form a bridge between chaos and clarity. By placing this simple glass of salt water in your bedroom, you are creating a living antenna that cleanses your space and tunes your subconscious to higher frequencies while you sleep. Think of your bedroom as the inner sanctuary of your soul. While the world outside may be noisy, heavy, and chaotic, this one room can be your temple, a chamber where your energy resets every night. And as you awaken, you do not simply wake from sleep, you are reborn into a higher vibration. This is why traditions across the world emphasize sacred sleep. In the Vedic tradition, the hours of rest were seen as a time when the soul reconnects with the eternal source. In Taoist teachings, sleep was the body's way of returning to the rhythms of nature. And in ancient Egypt, sleep was considered a form of daily initiation. Each night, the soul journeyed through the unseen realms. Your bedroom is the doorway to these journeys. If the energy in it is stagnant, your soul carries that weight into the invisible. If it is pure, you awaken aligned with light. Salt, therefore, becomes the silent guardian of your nights. As you rest, it absorbs the unspoken fears, the worries, the conflicts lingering in the air. Water, infused with your intention, holds the vibration of purity and strength. Together, they transform your room into a chamber of renewal. This is not just theory. When I first began this ritual, the shifts were undeniable. My sleep became deeper, my dreams more vivid, and my mornings filled with clarity. I noticed I carried less tension into the day. And slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, opportunities began to flow, meetings aligned, projects unfolded, unexpected abundance arrived. It was as if the universe was responding to the quiet declaration made each night, "This salt cleanses and purifies my life." In truth, the salt water ritual is more than cleansing. It is alignment. It reminds your subconscious that you are worthy of purity, worthy of rest, worthy of wealth. And when your subconscious accepts this, your reality must follow. In the next part, we will expand beyond the bedroom and explore how this practice can extend into every corner of your home, creating a field of energy where prosperity flows freely and darkness cannot linger. The bedroom is only the beginning. Once you feel the shift there, the clarity of mind, the deep rest, the lightness of waking, you will realize that energy does not stay contained in one place. It ripples outward. Just as a single candle can light an entire room, the salt ritual in your bedroom begins to influence the atmosphere of your entire home. Energy is contagious. A purified bedroom leads to a purified heart. A purified heart leads to purified actions. And purified actions shape your destiny. But to anchor this transformation even deeper, you can extend the salt water ritual to other spaces in your home. Think about the living room, the space where family gathers. Here, conversations linger in the air. Joyful moments leave bright imprints, but arguments and stress can leave shadows. Placing a glass of salt water in this room invites balance, ensuring that joy stays and tension dissolves. Consider the kitchen, where food, the energy that sustains your body, is prepared. Salt here purifies not only the space but also the subtle vibration of nourishment. Food carries energy, and when prepared in a high-frequency environment, it becomes medicine for body and soul. By keeping salt water in the kitchen, you ensure that meals carry light, not heaviness, into your body. Even the entryway of your home is significant. Every visitor brings energy with them, sometimes bright, sometimes heavy. Placing salt water near the entrance creates a silent guardian, filtering what enters and ensuring that only harmony remains. This transforms your home into a sanctuary, where energy flows upward instead of downward. But remember, the ritual is not mechanical. It is not about simply placing salt and forgetting. It is about relationship. Every time you refresh the water, every time you stir the salt, you are reaffirming your intention: I am cleansed. I am aligned. I am abundant. You are reminding yourself that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a co-creator with the universe. This is why ancient cultures treated rituals with reverence. They understood that the physical action was only half the process, the other half was intention. Salt may purify, but it is your consciousness that activates its full power. Without intention, it is just mineral. With intention, it is alchemy. And as you extend this practice throughout your home, you may begin to notice subtle changes. The air feels lighter. Guests comment that your space feels calm and welcoming. Plants thrive. Sleep improves. Conflicts ease. Even financial opportunities seem to appear more smoothly, because your vibration has created a resonance field that attracts abundance. Do not underestimate this. Your home is not just walls and furniture, it is a living extension of your energy body. When you purify your home, you purify yourself. And when you live inside a sanctuary, your entire being radiates a frequency that no negativity can hold. In the next part, we will go deeper into the hidden symbolism of salt, the ancient wisdom it carries, and why this simple mineral has been revered as both sacred and powerful across cultures for thousands of years. To truly grasp why salt carries such force, we must return to its roots in human history and spiritual symbolism. Across time, salt has been more than survival, it has been sacred. In ancient Egypt, salt was part of the embalming process, a bridge between the mortal and the eternal. In Japan, salt is still used to purify temples, shrines, and even the entrance to sacred ceremonies. In biblical texts, salt is called a covenant, a symbol of permanence and incorruptibility. In the Vedic traditions of India, salt was offered to deities, embodying the essence of Earth's purification. Why did every culture, scattered across oceans and centuries, arrive at the same conclusion? Because salt is the Earth's crystal memory. It is born from the ocean, the primordial womb of life. It preserves what would otherwise decay. It purifies what would otherwise grow heavy. And because it does not burn, rot, or wither, it became a symbol of eternity. Even linguistics reveals its power. Words like salvation and salubrious trace their roots to salt, health, wholeness, and rescue. Salt was never just seasoning, it was a key to balance, a doorway to life, a reminder of the sacred hidden in the ordinary. From the perspective of vibration, salt holds a unique crystalline lattice. Crystals are structures of order, harmony, and repetition. They naturally stabilize chaotic frequencies. When you bring salt into your home, you are bringing order into disorder, clarity into confusion, and light into shadow. This is why salt lamps, salt caves, and salt baths are still used today for healing and grounding. But here lies the deeper truth: salt is a mirror. It reflects the intention you give it. Sprinkle it in anger, and it does little. Place it with reverence, and it becomes a shield. Charge it with gratitude, and it becomes a magnet for abundance. This is the principle of energy work: matter responds to mind. So when you stir salt into water and declare, "This salt cleanses and purifies my life," you are not merely speaking words. You are programming matter. You are imprinting the crystalline structure with the vibration of purity and the frequency of abundance. The water carries it into the air. The air carries it into your breath. Your breath carries it into your cells. This is how transformation flows from the unseen into the seen. There is also a hidden symbolism in the ritual itself. Salt represents the body, matter, earth, form. Water represents the soul, fluidity, memory, spirit. When they unite with your spoken word, which represents consciousness, you have the trinity of creation, body, soul, and mind working in harmony. This trinity is the essence of all alchemy. When you understand this, the ritual ceases to be just salt and water. It becomes a sacred act of creation, where you reclaim your authority as a co-creator of your reality. And the more you honor it as such, the more powerful it becomes. In the next part, we will turn inward and explore how these rituals not only transform your home but also transform you, how salt awakens the deeper layers of your energy body and restores balance to the frequencies that shape your destiny. Now we move beyond the outer ritual and into the inner temple, your own body. Because what good is a cleansed home if the energy within you remains heavy? The truth is, salt is not only a purifier of spaces but also a purifier of the human energy field. Your body is an ocean. Nearly 70% of you is water, and within that water flows electrical current, minerals, and vibration. Salt resonates with this ocean within, helping restore equilibrium when the tides of life pull you off balance. That is why immersing yourself in the sea feels so healing. The salt water strips away exhaustion, dissolves emotional residue, and awakens a sense of lightness. It is no coincidence that every culture that lived near the sea revered it as a place of cleansing and renewal. But what if you cannot walk along the shore or immerse yourself in ocean waves? You bring the ocean to you. A simple salt bath, even with a handful of natural salt, can reset your energy. As you soak, visualize the salt drawing out tension, fear, and fatigue. Feel the heaviness leaving your body as if layers of old skin are being shed. When you rise from the bath, you are not only clean, you are reborn. Even without a bath, salt can be used directly on the body. Rubbing a pinch on your hands or sprinkling it lightly across your back and shoulders can create instant release. These areas often carry the weight of worry and responsibility. The salt acts like a magnet, pulling stress out of your field. This is not imagination, this is energetic hygiene. Just as you brush your teeth daily, cleansing your energy body ensures that invisible residue does not accumulate into sickness or despair. But here lies the mystical dimension: salt awakens awareness of your subtle body, the energy layers beyond flesh and bone. In Eastern teachings, these layers are known as the aura, the prana field, or chi flow. In Western esoteric traditions, they were called the etheric body, the luminous garment of the soul. When these fields are clogged, your spirit feels heavy. When they are clear, you feel radiant, magnetic, and aligned. This is why the salt ritual is not only about wealth or protection. Those are natural byproducts. The deeper gift is alignment with your true self. Because when your vibration rises, you no longer chase abundance, you embody it. Opportunities flow to you because you are tuned to the frequency of flow. Relationships harmonize because you radiate clarity instead of confusion. Health improves because your cells resonate with balance instead of tension. The glass of salt water by your bed, the salt in your shoes, the handful sprinkled on your back, these are reminders. They whisper to your subconscious each day, you are pure. You are protected. You are abundant. And slowly, those whispers become beliefs, and beliefs solidify into reality. In the next part, we will explore how salt, intention, and vibration come together to not only transform individuals but also ripple outward, shifting family dynamics, relationships, and the collective energy of everyone who enters your space. When you shift your own vibration, you do not walk alone, the resonance flows outward, touching everyone around you. The salt ritual may seem personal, but it is never limited to the individual. Just as incense smoke fills a room, the energy of one awakened heart spreads through families, friendships, and even strangers who cross your path. Think of the people who live with you. Your partner, children, or even visitors absorb the vibration of the home. If the space is heavy, they feel it unconsciously, irritability grows, arguments flare, or lethargy takes root. But when the energy is light and purified, peace lingers. Conversations soften, laughter returns, and even conflict seems easier to resolve. This is not coincidence, it is vibration aligning multiple energy fields into harmony. In many traditions, the home was considered an extension of the family soul. The Romans kept household gods called laras to guard the hearth. In feng shui, the flow of qi within the home was seen as directly shaping the destiny of those inside it. In African and native traditions, every dwelling was treated as a living being, requiring cleansing, blessing, and gratitude. The salt ritual echoes all of these. It acknowledges that your home is alive, breathing, and responding to the care you give it. Relationships, too, shift under its influence. A purified bedroom is not only for sleep, it becomes a temple of intimacy. Tension eases, communication deepens, and love flows more naturally. In family gatherings, where different personalities collide, the presence of salt water in the room absorbs the friction before it can grow. What once turned into conflict now finds resolution. But the ripple extends even further. When your vibration rises, you bring it into the world. People sense something different in you, a calm presence, a steady light, a quiet magnetism. Opportunities arrive not because you chase them, but because people are drawn to the frequency you radiate. Employers, clients, and friends alike want to be near the energy you carry. This is how wealth flows, not through force, but through resonance. When your home hums with purity, when your body radiates clarity, when your heart is anchored in gratitude, you become a living magnet for abundance. Salt becomes the ally that reminds you daily, clear away the old, hold only the pure, and attract what is meant for you. And here lies the deeper teaching: true wealth is not only money. It is harmony, health, joy, and peace. Salt reminds us of this balance. In excess, it destroys; in balance, it preserves. Too much salt in food overwhelms, but the right amount sustains life. So too with energy, too much grasping destroys flow, but balance creates abundance. The ritual, then, is a mirror of how to live in balance. Place salt with care, refresh it with reverence, and let it teach you that abundance is not forced but invited. In the next part, we will reveal how to sustain this practice long-term, how to deepen your relationship with salt as a sacred ally, and how to use it as a daily reminder of your unshakable power to create the reality you desire. Sustaining the ritual is where its true magic reveals itself. Anyone can light a candle once, sprinkle salt once, or speak affirmations once. But transformation belongs to those who weave sacred practice into the rhythm of daily life. Salt, humble as it seems, becomes a teacher of devotion, discipline, and renewal. Think of it this way: every time you refresh the salt water in your bedroom, you are telling your subconscious, "I choose purity again." Every time you stir clockwise and declare, "This salt cleanses and purifies my life," you are strengthening a pathway in your mind, a neural groove where faith, clarity, and abundance flow. Slowly, this pathway becomes the default, and negativity has nowhere to root itself. Consistency builds momentum. At first, the shifts may feel subtle: better sleep, calmer mornings, lighter energy. But like drops of water carving stone, these small changes accumulate until suddenly, your reality feels different. Life flows smoother. Obstacles dissolve faster. Abundance begins to arrive not as random luck, but as the natural response of the universe to your sustained frequency. To deepen the practice, consider these expansions. Weekly renewal: set aside one day a week as a cleansing day. Replace all salt water in your home, cleanse the glasses, and reset your intentions. Make it a ritual of gratitude, thanking the salt for absorbing negativity and the water for carrying your prayers. Gratitude infusion: before placing the glass down, whisper words of thanks into it, not just for cleansing, but for everything you already have. Gratitude is the highest frequency. When gratitude flows into the salt water, it magnifies abundance exponentially. Sacred visualization: as you stir the salt, visualize not only the cleansing of your room, but also the opening of your path, doors unlocking, golden light filling your life, opportunities flowing toward you like a river. The subconscious absorbs images more deeply than words. Give it images of abundance. Cycle with the moon: align your ritual with lunar cycles. Begin fresh salt water on the new moon to invite new beginnings. On the full moon, charge the water with release, letting go of all that no longer serves you. This connects your home to cosmic rhythms, amplifying the flow of energy. When you practice in this way, salt ceases to be ordinary. It becomes sacred matter, a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, a constant reminder that you are not powerless in the face of life. You are a conscious being, shaping your destiny with intention, vibration, and alignment. And perhaps most importantly, this ritual teaches humility and reverence. Because in the end, it is not about controlling life, but about attuning to its deeper harmony. Salt shows us that abundance is not something to chase or beg for. It is something we allow, by clearing away the shadows that block its natural flow. In the next and final part, we will bring everything together: the science, the symbolism, and the spiritual practice, into one unified message, that with something as simple as salt, you can transform your home, your energy, and your destiny. And now we bring it all together. Salt, water, intention, three simple elements that, when united, hold the power to shift the vibration of your life. What began as a humble ritual becomes a profound reminder of universal law: energy flows where attention goes. Science tells us that everything is vibration, that resonance shapes reality. Ancient wisdom tells us that purity attracts abundance, and that sacred acts invite divine favor. Salt is the bridge where these truths meet. It is matter infused with meaning, a mineral that both science and spirit agree has power to preserve, purify, and protect. Think of what we have uncovered. Salt was once money, a symbol of wealth itself. Salt purifies not only food but also energy fields, dissolving heaviness and restoring clarity. Salt, when placed in shoes, aligns each step with intention. Salt and water together cleanse your bedroom, transforming it into a temple where your subconscious absorbs light while you sleep. Salt, charged with words and gratitude, becomes more than mineral, it becomes vibration, memory, and creation. This ritual is simple, but do not mistake its simplicity for weakness. True power has always been hidden in the ordinary. A grain of salt carries the same force that once shaped empires, sanctified temples, and preserved life across centuries. When you align with it, you align with that ancient current of abundance. Remember, abundance is not only measured in coins and possessions. Abundance is harmony in your home, peace in your sleep, clarity in your mind, love in your relationships, vitality in your body. When you place salt with reverence, you invite all of this into your life. Wealth becomes natural, because wealth is simply energy flowing without obstruction. So tonight, as you prepare your glass of salt water, do not see it as routine. See it as sacred. Stir clockwise, whisper your intention, and place it beside your bed as though you are planting a seed of light. And when you awaken, feel the subtle shift, lighter, clearer, freer. Over days and weeks, watch as your home feels brighter, your path feels smoother, and opportunities appear as if drawn by unseen hands. This is not superstition. This is resonance. This is alignment. And this is your reminder that you are never powerless. With awareness, with intention, and with tools as humble as salt, you can shape the vibration of your destiny. Now type in the comments, "It is done." Let this affirmation seal your commitment to live in clarity, abundance, and light. Place your salt tonight, and let your life become the proof of its power.